Hello everyone and welcome to this RollerCoin tutorial. I plan to make a series of videos aimed mainly at those who know absolutely nothing about it and intend to approach this world. This first video represents a basic tutorial. Later we will be able to go into all the aspects in detail, but for the moment we will limit ourselves to a general overview, just to clarify the ideas of those who are interested but have no idea what it is, or, even worse, have somewhat confused ideas. Let's start immediately by debunking a myth by saying clearly, indeed I will write it big and in capital letters. RollerCoin is a game, not a get-rich-way and definitely not quick. If you have this idea, it is almost certainly because you have read some posts or seen some videos of the fluff guru who promises you easy money with just a few clicks. Nothing more wrong. With RollerCoin you are definitely out of the way. Nor is it a system to guarantee you completely passive earnings, not even when and if you reach the highest levels in the rankings, and we will see why later on. So let's answer the question, what is RollerCoin? RollerCoin is first and foremost a game, more specifically, an online game that can be played through a browser, for example Chrome, or even better Brave, in which the management of a home mining farm is simulated. In other words, in this game you will choose a character who will start from an empty room with a PC, and slowly, very slowly begins to mine cryptocurrencies, initially with only the desktop computer he has, and then always buying boards and miners more powerful. Like I said, it's a simulation game. Your real computer will mine absolutely nothing. Your CPU and your graphics cards will not be subjected to any stress, except to display pages on the browser. It is a game. You will simulate managing a mining farm that does not exist in reality. It is virtual and specifically hosted on RollerCoin servers. The interesting thing, however, is that RollerCoin rewards you with real cryptocurrencies, which will be credited to your personal wallets within the game, and which you can withdraw by transferring them to your private wallets, both custodial and non-custodial. Let's be clear right away, they won't be exorbitant figures. We are talking about a few satoshis depending on the cryptocurrency you want to mine. But by moving slowly and following the right strategies you will be able to grow and increase your resources, buying more powerful miners within the game, with which you will produce more crypto. Initially you will start with an empty room. There will be only you and your old desktop PC. You should better understand it immediately. In the beginning you will be hopeless compared to the older players. It is useless to have any illusions. Your earnings will be almost nothing. To produce more crypto, and consequently earn more, you will need more computing power. Computing power is obtained in two ways. The first is to buy more powerful miners. But miners cost a lot of money, real money. So if you have a lot of money to burn and you want to spend it on a game of this type, you're already well underway and you probably don't even need this tutorial. The second way is the one that interests us the most, that is, it is possible to gain computing power by playing some 8-bit retro game style mini-games. The power obtained from the games will be temporary and will run out after a certain variable period, as we will see later, but it will still allow you to start mining your first cryptocurrencies and, with these, buy your first miners and grow slowly. I particularly want to clarify that the account you are viewing and with which this tutorial is made is 100% free to play and can give you an idea of what you can expect. At the moment I'm recording, this account is just over a year and a half old. Nothing has ever been spent, but only reinvested what was produced within the game itself. I repeat to avoid illusions and disappointments. Forget big progress at the beginning, unless you want to throw a lot of money into the game, I mean real money, with which you could instead go for a beer for example. With a free-to-play strategy game like the one I'm going to show you in this tutorial and on this channel, you'll start seeing results after a year or so. If this scares or demoralizes you, forget it, make better use of your time. To play RollerCoin, as on any platform, you will of course first need to register or sign in. I won't here in this tutorial explain how to do it, otherwise the video will last an hour. It's always the usual things: enter your email, choose a nickname, confirm the registration email, and so on, things you know. Maybe we'll make a dedicated video in which we'll show the procedure in detail. For now it's enough to know that one way to register is to use a referral link like the one I'll put in the description of this video. It is absolutely not mandatory, but by using a ref link you will help the user who owns it, because RollerCoin will give him a small reward, and you will start with a bonus of 1,000 Bitcoin Satoshis. We are obviously talking about ridiculous figures. When I record the video, 1,000 Satoshis are perhaps less than 20 euro cents or dollars as well, but it is more of a symbolic gesture. Even the referral will not be paid exorbitant amounts. I can't tell you exactly because being, as I said, 100% free to play, when I am recording I don't have any affiliated users. If in the future someone wants to register with my link, first of all thank you, then I will be able to give you further details. But believe me, I don't expect that much. Good. After you have registered, at the beginning you have only one thing to do: play. In fact, your room will be practically empty and your power at zero. You need to get some miners and racks on which to house them, and to do this you will have to buy them using what are called RLT, and they are the internal currency of the game. To buy anything in the game, like miners, racks, and other things we'll see later, you need RLTs. One RLT is equivalent to $1, more or less as if it were a stable coin. But I remind you that RLTs have no value outside of RollerCoin. They are a virtual currency that is only used for trades within this game. How do you get the RLTs? You have two options. You buy them for real money, or you produce them yourself by mining them in-game. To choose the easy way out and have your food ready, so to speak, or buy RLTs without making any effort, you have to deposit real cryptocurrencies in your in-game wallet, and then convert them into RLTs, obviously paying various commissions on the blockchain, etc. etc. This mode is beyond the scope of this tutorial. We will eventually see it at a later time. This video is instead mainly aimed at free-to-play newbies. Familiarize with the interface, which we may see in more detail later on, focusing on all the features. But initially your goal is one and only one: to increase your computing power. And to do so you have to play the mini games you find here in the upper part on the menu. First you will have to choose which cryptocurrency you want to mine. The game offers you several. By default I think it is set to Bitcoin, and I advise you to change it immediately by setting RLT. You can do it from your home, by clicking on My Power on the left, and then Split Power. As you can see, you can mine several cryptocurrencies at the same time, choosing which percentage of your computing power to allocate to each of them. If you're just starting out, and I mean if you've been playing for less than a year, I seriously suggest you avoid everything else and just focus on RLT. Don't get distracted by false promises of earnings by mining Bitcoin or worse, any other shitcoin. You will only collect a few coins and you will not make any progress in the game. A few pennies means that after a year of play you will come to generate maybe 3, maximum 4 euros a month, maybe less. Just don't waste your time. To buy more powerful equipment in the game you need RLTs, so mine those. If you have any doubts about this, or if you are expert players with a different strategy and you just want to compare, possibly leave a comment below. To access the games, click on the top of the menu. Now I will only give you a general overview not to stretch the video too much. We will then do more specific ones later. These are pixel art games inspired by old glories of retro games. You will recognize titles such as Arkanoid, Tetris, and so on. Choose the game you like best and start gaining experience. Get used to it, because if you want to grow in RollerCoin in free-to-play mode, you'll have to play a lot of games. In summary, every time you win a game, You will be recognized a little bit of hash power, which will add up to your computing power. Completed the game, but only if you win. You have to wait for the animation to finish and acquire the new hash power. In some cases, depending on luck, an extra prize may also be dropped. We will see them in detail later. For the moment, consider that you can receive temporary bonuses, small portions of RLTs, or even a minor, of very little power but still a minor. Furthermore, every time you complete a game, there will be a period of time in which you cannot replay the same game, but you can, for example, play the next one. Also, after 3 times you win a game, the difficulty will increase 1 level up to a maximum of 10. These times are variable based on the amount of games you complete. You just need to practice a little to understand how it works. Basically, they want to prevent people from spending the day playing continuously, perhaps using a bot, which of course would also be illegal, and in no time you would find yourself banned forever without the possibility of appeal. So forget immediately this idea. You don't need to become super proficient in all games. Choose the ones you like best and practice. Note that some pay better already from low levels, for example Token Blaster or Crypto Hamster. Others offer rewards that are scarcely worth it. Thing is, you should be able to reach level 5 in any game, particularly when there's a season running. Practice for now because you'll need it a lot. The computing power gained from playing games is temporary and will reset after a time interval that depends on the number of games you play. At the top of the section with the mini games, the level of your PC is shown. At the beginning you will start with the lowest and, as you win, the level will increase up to the maximum of 4. A PC at level 4 allows you to keep the 1 power for a maximum of 7 days, after which it will gradually be reset. Also remember that you must win at least 1 game every 24 hours, otherwise the level of your PC will also reset. I know, it sounds complicated, and it actually is a bit. We will make a video dedicated in detail to mini games and computing power. For the moment, practice. You will understand many things by yourself simply by playing. You will also see the level of your PC in the main window where your mining farm is located, on your desk. For the rest, there are various other sections in the top menu. For example, this one with the trolley is, let's say, the section where you can go shopping and spend your RLTs to buy equipment. But initially you will have very little or nothing to spend. So for the moment, take a tour to get an idea. Later we will see in detail how it works. Finally, the other icons are for the marketplace and your warehouse. Explore. At the beginning it is useless to waste time. Also avoid looking at the rankings, because you will only hurt yourself. The only important thing you have to do is play and get the first pennies to build your empire. Good. I hope this first overview has given you an idea of what RollerCoin is and what you can reasonably expect. Will you become rich quickly without making any effort? You can forget it. Do you have money to throw away, and are you thinking of investing 1,000 euros in RollerCoins to see them multiplied thanks to incredible passive income? Congratulations, you are on your way to losing everything, both in terms of time and money. RollerCoin is none of this, certainly not an investment. Whatever amount you decide to invest, and I say invest in thousands quotation marks, as RollerCoin is not and will never be an investment. Consider it lost or at least recoverable after 3 years. I repeat, spend 100 euros today on RollerCoins, and maybe you'll see them again in 3 years. Turn on your brain and take it for what it is, and that is a game. Is it worth it? Well, certainly yes. Under the right light, it's a nice pastime that requires a little constant effort, a lot early on, and which perhaps one day will also give you some satisfaction by allowing you to withdraw a handful of satoshis to your wallet. A small amount, much smaller than you've probably been led to believe. Thanks for watching this video. If it has been useful to you, I invite you to share and hang out on the channel. It is likely that every now and then I will publish something new and more specific. perhaps also based on your feedback. See you soon!